Yeah. So I finally have a working microphone, so I won't have to depend on a Bluetooth connection that fritzes in and out, and I won't have to depend on... Where are you? There you are. Okay, come on. There. No, I want the laptops in view. There you go. Okay, so yes, perfect. Okay, so I have a working microphone. I won't have to depend on my webcam's microphone, which is way over here. It is very sensitive, so I noticed in my testing that my disgusting mouth sounds come out of it. But anyway, I did find another laptop that would require maybe some motherboard. At least would at least require me to open it up and figure out what's wrong with it. It may have a motherboard issue. I don't know. I've not looked in it yet. But yes, now having repaired at least a few laptops and gotten them working, so I have at least 10 laptops at my store now, as of the time of this recording. Now is the time I can start doing repairs on laptops that desperately need them. So the other laptops that I have, other than these on my desk here, I've tested all of them and they all work. As in, they all power on. I can get MX Linux to show up on it, or whatever version of Linux that I use to test these laptops, because I also have Linux Mint now. I can start putting that on laptops. All of them work. All of them have like working parts to them. I don't have to figure out. They all power on. They as long as I can order like RAM and an SSD and whatever other parts, they just require a clean, and of course testing all these other little bits. These laptops, on the other hand, that I have right here, do not, however. They have some issue that would require me to open them up and figure out what the blankety blank is wrong with them. So this one was one of the cloud books that I'd originally planned to repair during my first video. Dad sounds. This one was supposed to be repaired. It powers on. I can get it to operate just fine. In fact, it looks great. At least great for the parts it is, because the CPU is so weak, it doesn't even have cooling. It is a cloud book. All the parts in it are soldered into the motherboard, which is why it's here right now. But when I went to download the Windows 11 into it, it didn't work. At first, it didn't even think that there was a storage drive on it. After some fiddling with the BIOS, I found out that it did recognize the drive, but in several different places it either would recognize, try to download it into it, tell me it failed, or it just said that it's corrupted. So with this laptop, I don't have to diagnose anything. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, in opening it up, I'm looking to do one of two things. First thing is just to look at the motherboard, just to see if there's not something. Okay, so this laptop uses an eMMC storage drive. It's just a storage drive that is attached directly to the motherboard. I cannot, unlike an SSD drive or an M.2 drive, I can't just go in, unscrew a few things, and then remove it and replace it with a new one. That requires some soldering. And it's not easy soldering, that's medium to hard soldering. Motherboards in general on laptops are not easy, which is going to make this particularly fun because I've never soldered before. But at least with this one, I know that one of two things is going to happen. One, I'm going to find a bit on the motherboard, maybe a blown capacitor, I'm looking for something, anything. But more likely than not, it's probably just going to be me removing the eMMC chip, if it's even possible for me to do with the equipment that I have, and replacing that. So, but if I'm lucky, maybe there's a blown capacitor or something. a nice little cracked tiny thing. And all I have to do is just take that and replace it with one from a donor motherboard that I have lying around here, not on my desk. So naturally this is going to be... I just ate a short time ago. So this is going to be the first laptop I work on. I already opened it up and cleaned all the internals. It's been repasted and everything. It is, for all intents and purposes, ready to go. So, as far as cloudbooks goes, it is a nice, it is a nice cloudbook. I think so, at least. So, I even know about what type of eMMC I'm looking for. I just need to figure out how to detach it from the hard drive, and then I'll need to buy a new chip from somewhere, because I don't have a spare eMMC from anything around here unless I steal it from something else I'm trying to repair. So my best bet is to either find one on eBay or someplace, or go to Micro Center and hope that they have one, because I live very close to Dallas. I'll be able to I can drive there. Within about 30, it's about a 30-minute drive or so. Actually, I think it's less than that, like 20, I don't remember. It's close. I used to live right next to it, within walking distance. I still wish I still lived around there. The places around there had the best food. So anyway, because I've already essentially diagnosed what this one is, this one's going to be the first one to be fixed. So the majority of the rest of these, with some exceptions, a few other of these start but have other issues. This one, for example, this ancient and very, very filthy laptop, can and does start, but it shuts itself. Well, I don't remember. I have a list somewhere of what all the issues these laptops have, but 2 or 3 of them can start up, but have some problem. One, for example, has like it'll be on for a while, and then I'll hear a pop, and then the graphics will then the graphics output will mess up. And it's not just the monitor, because even when I connect it to a second monitor, it's happens on both monitors. So yeah, that's going to be, I don't even know what I'm looking for with that one, but there's clearly something that needs to be fixed on there. I'm hoping it's not the graphics chip. So, for the most part, most of these are just having power issues, where they either, this one, for example, this one, when I connect this to the outlet with the charger, it'll show up, but it won't start. No matter what I press on these spiffy buttons here, it just will not start. So something's clearly going on with this thing, despite the fact that I left it on for so long that the battery should be fully charged. I think it also has some kind of plastic film on this as well. So yeah, this laptop is a Chromebook. This is one of the Chromebooks. I had 3 of them, and this is one of them, and unfortunately did not start. So this one has some kind of power issue that would require me to open it up and figure out why it's not starting. I have a few ideas of what it could be. Naturally, the easiest things to replace are any of those tiny capacitors or some kind of switch, as long as it's not anything other than a chip. Although it's entirely possible that the RAM in this thing is dead. I had that happen to my PC. Before this whole issue with the DDR5 stuff, one of my DDR5 sticks on my main PC died, and I replaced that quite easily. And then right after I bought that, is when all the prices started exploding. So I have like 5 DDR5 sticks. So, but anyway, yeah, there are a lot of these laptops will either show that they're receiving power but won't start on, or are just completely dead, do not show power. Because with some of them I'll plug it in and the power indicator on the charger just kind of dies. So something weird is going on there, and I'll have to figure that out. So yeah. So in any case, I'll put, especially with these Dells, because I have 8 of these and 3 of them don't work properly. Some of them will start, some of them, I think one of these is one of the ones that start but doesn't stay on for long. I don't know. There's some kind of thermal issue going on with one of them, in addition to all these other bits that are missing. This one has its DVD drive, but it doesn't have a little faceplate here. That's an issue. But anyway, I'd like to repair these Dells because I have 8 of them, and it's cheaper to buy things in bulk than it is to buy things for individual laptops. Because screws weren't, and of course, screws weren't included with any of these Dell laptops, so these things just pop right off. These didn't come with RAM either, but these just required DDR3. Notice that this one chip right here doesn't have any kind of like thermal attachment to that, and I don't know why that is. It looks, I don't no idea what kind of chip that is. Must not produce a lot of heat if it's completely uncovered. I don't know. That's it's an issue I'll have to worry about another time. Okay, get back together, you. All right. So, and then I have 5 Fujitsus here that also don't work or have related power issues. I actually really like these. Okay, you get up so I can move around. I really hope I get these Fujitsus to work, because these Fujitsu laptops are really nice, at least they will be. Once they're cleaned. I really shouldn't be touching my bare hands, but I'll be washing my hands immediately after this. Yeah, someone got a hold, whoever I bought these from got a hold of a lot of life books, and I'm assuming all came from the same place, maybe a school or some kind of small business or something. Also missing a lot of parts. Although I think for these, what would be best is going to be, some of these already have like DVD players and such, but I think generally what most people want is just like a high capacity SSD for video data and a spare battery, also, which are also available. Naturally, it's not the only one that doesn't power on though, or has some other kind of issue. And all these are missing the bits. So these are missing these Lifebook pens as well, but those are cheap, even if they're not Lifebook pens. Any other pen should be reasonable. So, yeah, all of these. I think one of these HPs is the one that pops that I mentioned earlier. But aside from being dirty, some of these are in very excellent condition. So like this one. It'd be really nice if I had someplace to go where I can just replace that key. But the issue is, of course, that, you know, replacing that key is almost going to be almost the same price as just replacing the entire keyboard, especially between that and shipping. I don't know. Maybe I'll find out later. Some point in time in the future. In any case, we'll get these out of the way, because now that's that Acer. that Acer is very truly one of the more ancient laptops I have. It's one of the 32-bit laptops, but it definitely shows its age more. Like this one, once I get this one cleaned up and not looking as disgusting, it'll actually be a fairly nice laptop. It says Windows 7 on here, so I'm hoping it's a 64-bit system. You know, the worst thing about buying a modern laptop is that they don't have DVD players anymore. And I like to own my media. I mean, seriously, $10 a month for streaming versus $10 a month of just buying a new DVD every month. Or even just splurging a little bit here and there. They're not that expensive. Especially for like DVDs over like Blu-rays and such. My PC can play Blu-rays, but my laptop here only plays DVDs. So at any point in time when I'm doing any work up here, that's what I'll be doing. And I have 2 monitors. Or rather, a monitor and a TV that I got at like an estate sale. So in any case, I have all the necessary tools. This one is going to be especially useful for, this is a digital multimeter. That one's going to be useful. A bunch of fine set of tools that's barely inside this package here. Repair assistant tools. I even need some of that. This does not go to anything. Man, I get older and I get gassier. I don't even know where I'm going to put all this stuff. Is that a lamp? What is that? So, a magnifier with auxiliary clip. Auxiliary clip. Bad. Well, this one needs to be cleaned. I hope this isn't oh, that's not damaged. That's good. That's good. It's just plastic. Always useful. It's less packing material to have to buy if I need to ship anything. Well, who knows? Maybe at some point I'll ship something and it'll arrive in this. Some assembly required. This is all to something else. All of that. So this box here is just all the soldering stuff. The soldering station. Multifunction smart rework station. I have to clean all this. In any case, we'll catch up a bit later. So I've opened the boxes and very little in the way of instruction as to what how some of these things are supposed to be put together. Well, that seems fine. Although maybe that part comes when I get to videos learning how to actually use any of these tools. But I feel like it'd be important to know exactly what this is, where it's supposed to go. I assume it's an attachment for this thing. Actually, this probably is what it is. Okay, where's the... Clearly is a wee bit bent. So I guess it's supposed to go on here and then, okay, yeah. So there's some kind of attachment then that goes inside this thing. What are all these supposed to be? Clue as to brushless frame, diaphragm pump. Okay. All right. Well, let's get all the screws on all these ones. Got it decided where I'm looking at this whole area to keep my soldering work area, and then this spot with this pad. I don't know what this is. Oh, this has been quite an experience. I at least have an idea of what all of these things are. I have no idea how all of this will come together, but I'm guessing that when I start watching some videos as to learn how to do things, that I'll be able to kind of piece things together by the tasks I need them for. Or at least I hope that's the case, because this operation instruction is not helpful. So, I mean, it tells me like what the switches are, it tells me what all the stuff is on this panel right here, but not all the tools that came with it. So a lot of this other paperwork came from other things. Like this thing was a separate component. Came in its own box. This was its own thing. And it's all in Chinese. This is a heating element. I feel like if this is supposed to be a heating element, it should connect something to generate heat. Maybe it's supposed to disperse heat? Maybe I'm supposed to heat it up with something like this? And I just don't know. No idea what the slightest idea what this even is or what it can be used for. There's nothing about it in the manual. So that's just fantastic. All these tools here. I mean, it's one thing to have the instruction in a language I don't understand. It's quite another thing. This is another heating element, I think. High quality heater. Heating wire, a sensor that I have not seen anywhere. At least I can understand belong to. I don't know what these are for. It looks like all of these that can just connect to just this one, I guess. And I just do not know. I don't even know if these smaller items even came with the larger one. Well, I guess that'll be homework for me to do later. I was hoping that I would have all these tools put together, you know, in a reasonable amount of time, and then I could immediately just go to just start, you know, getting started on all this, but it looks like it's going to take even longer than I anticipated. So it doesn't look like I'll be opening this friendly Betty here too soon. It's not exactly an Acer recertified product anymore. I'll have to take that off. I don't need these papers about the tweezers. That's easy enough. Assuming this must be a warranty card in Chinese. Well, this is going to be a very interesting adventure. In the meantime, I guess I have some homework to do. I did some work and figure out if I have everything set up correctly, and it turns out I do. So thankfully it wasn't all that difficult to work out as I thought I did, although I still feel like I'm missing some bits, but I guess I'll find out about that and I'll order what I need to, I guess, from Amazon or eBay or whatever when I need it. In the meantime, I guess next I'll just figure... I guess my next task is going to be looking inside the laptop. Until then,